Hi everyone, this is Mr Neel Raithatha, also known as the Wax Whisperer. Thank you for joining me in my latest video. So this is of a procedure I've performed in a 9-year-old young boy, and he actually named the title of the video. So after performing the video, we played it back and I explained that they had really sticky earwax. It's really sticky and glutinous and also a lot of dead skin, keratin. And the young boy watches my YouTube channel, is a big fan, and he asked whether it will be on YouTube. I said, yeah, we can put it on for you. And I gave him the honour and the privilege of naming the video. And he wasn't too sure at the time, so I said, not to worry, you can go away and email me in. And his father emailed a couple of days ago with the name, so all credit goes to the young boy. Now, he was amazingly still, as you can see. He's been suffering from a blocked ear for a few weeks. The left ear, which is the second ear, which you'll see in a moment, so this is his right ear, was the worst of the two. They've been putting drops in, but to no avail. And sometimes if you put too much drops in, it can actually make the situation a bit worse. Especially if you use hydrogen peroxide-based drops, it can kind of cause a bit of trauma to the outer layer of skin. And that skin can start to shed and die, and you can get a bit of irritation as well. So I've removed the blockage, and there is a bit of soft wax keratin around the edge. We've just got to be careful because even with an adult, we don't want to make contact with the canal wall, especially on the bony part, the inner 2/3. You can see how I'm just hovering over. It's like the game of operation. We just want to avoid touching the canal wall because it will be a bit uncomfortable for the patient. And we don't manage to get all of it out. That's not the idea. Even this, we could have actually left it, but because the child was so still, was amazingly still, so I decided to see how much I can get out. You can see again, I'm just hovering over, and it wouldn't have been possible if he wasn't as still as he was. He's got a nice healthy eardrum there, so it's just a bit of dead skin here. This is most likely caused by the drops. So the drops are hydrogen peroxide drops. I think they use some hydrogen peroxide drops and possibly some olive oil, but hydrogen peroxide drops are alkaline in pH, whereas our ear is slightly acidic in nature. So that can cause a bit of a reaction, and they are water-based as well, most hydrogen peroxide-based drops. So okay, I'm just going to hover over, I think. I don't think I get too much more out. And the rest of the skin will just naturally migrate, but it's not blocking the ear. You can see we are trying to tease this out, and it was beginning to clarinet. So clarinet is when you suction skin, the skin can violently flap, and it can be really loud. So again, I'm just hovering over, and that's as much as we're going to get. And I'm really, really pleased with that. Nice, healthy eardrum. So this is their left ear. Now, you can actually see some of the eardrum, the superior part, the top part of the eardrum, but it's really sticky again. And what would happen in this ear, the drops has actually settled onto the eardrum. There's a lot of staining on this side because the drops wasn't draining. And I've removed the blockage already, and the patient could hear immediately better, but you can see there's little bubbles at the bottom of the eardrum. And that's just the drops, it's just settled. And I'm just going to suction that out. Well, again, we're going on his eardrum, but he was so good. Going onto the eardrum, it's always when the adrenaline starts pumping as an audiologist. So, because the eardrum is around 0.1, 0.2 millimeters in thickness, and so if you put too much pressure in, you can easily perforate it. Now, you can see some staining. That's not bubbles. That's just dead skin on the eardrum, and that's reacted with the drops. So the puddle of drops I've removed more or less. I think there's a little bit more at the base in the trench, but there's a bit of sticky yellow stuff on the eardrum. We just leave that. That's just dead skin from the eardrum because of the drops, and that will migrate outwards. We don't want to be putting pressure on that because that will be uncomfortable for the patient if we go directly on the drum. So it's nice and healthy, it's sustaining. Again, I'm just trying to get as much out as I can here. It's very adhesive, that skin. It's like double-sided sticky tape. We're on the cartilaginous portion just there. So here we can put a bit more pressure. It's not a problem because the ear is made of cartilage. Just having another look. So that's just, as I said, dead skin. There's a little bit left there, just at the base, and I'm going to see if I can get in there. Again, it's a very difficult part. It's the inferior recess, and I did manage to peel some of that away. The skin here can be described, the consistency is a bit like caramel. It's very sticky and stringy. There we are. I'm really pleased with that. So that's the patient's eardrum. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope the young child whose ear it was does too. Stay tuned. I've got loads more videos to upload in due course. And remember, be nice and be kind to each other. Thank you. Bye.